Dawn, how's the health of the team? Is Zaya going to be good to go tomorrow night?
Zaya's good to go. We're all good. We're all healthy. Everybody but Lily.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're good.
And just, number 5 on the road, I know you always like to schedule aggressive. How much of a challenge is this one, especially on the road?
A huge challenge. It forces you to get right quickly. Fortunately for us, we got the core of our team back. We got our entire starting 5 back. So I think it starts there, and then everybody else is measuring themselves up against them to see where they are. And if push comes to shove, we need to shorten the rotation. We can do that. But I feel like we got some players that will step up and make an impact, so we can be evenly balanced, starting the game as well as bringing people in off the bench.
How much is what happened last year against NC State playing into your preparation and the message for the team this year, just like remembering back to the difficulties of that game?
I mean, it's hard to look at. It's hard to watch because we weren't that team, for 99% of the season, and we could say it's an anomaly, but it was us out there playing. I mean, we're not motivated by it because it wasn't really us. I think what we're motivated by is just being able to be the best that we can be and kind of play our style of play and play the way we're used to playing. And if we get beat, we get beat. We'll probably get beat by a really good basketball team, but we want to put out our best foot forward.
How exciting is this for women's basketball to have a top 5 matchup, 2 conference champs right off the bat to get the season going?
I mean, these are the narratives that we want to create for ourselves. We knew NC State would be really good. That's why we started the home and home, and obviously it's a sold-out arena. They'll have a lot of fans there. We'll have a lot of fans there, and it's the way it's supposed to go. I think you'll see a lot of storylines, a lot of competition against the upper echelon of women's basketball all through the season. So how fitting is for us to get it started on the road playing against another top 5 team.
Dawn, do you have a pretty good idea about who your starting 5 will be?
Yeah, we'll probably go with the same as we played all last season.
And just looking at not tomorrow, but just these first handful of games, is that one where you prefer to play everyone, or will you lean on the ones who've been here before?
Well, what we'll do is we're gonna lean on them, and see where everybody, whoever enters the game, obviously have done some things that are impressive in practice. What they do with that time is going to be on them. They have to enter the game and make an impact. If they can play well, they'll get extended minutes, and that means that everybody else that's below them, it squeezes them. So if they don't, we got to try some other people, and that's the game we'll have to play until the cream rises to the top.
And how great is it to kind of start the season against one of the best teams in the country, especially for the younger players on the team, to get that competition early?
I mean, it's great on paper and it's great on social media. We're going to see how great it is for them actually to be productive. And they'll we'll be the judge of that after the game or during the game.
Dawn, y'all got a transfer with Camilla. I believe they got one in, is it Diamond Johnson from Rutgers? Just what have you
Philly.
seen? What have you seen from her and the other new additions to state?
We haven't seen them. I mean, I know what Diamond Johnson can do. Diamond Johnson is a phenomenal player, very, very efficient, can score in a lot of different ways. She adds a great dimension to their team. And then they got Hayes from Madison Hayes from Mississippi State. I mean, two of them. I mean, 2 of those guards we recruited, and should add some great depth. You said they had another. You had another. You asked me about another player.
Well, just y'all had Camilla as a transfer.
Oh, Camilla. I mean, Camilla's. If there was anybody in the transfer portal, we wanted her. She just brings a different dimension to our team, and she's ready. She doesn't want to look bad. She always wants to look good, and she utilizes her height to her advantage, and that's to our advantage. And she'll be ready to rock and roll the plate.
And with Diamond specifically, is that Bree Bill's matchup without going too far into the game plan?
Probably not. It's probably going to be Henny or Zaya. They got some other big guards that that Bree has to match up with. I mean, Diamond and Henny and Perez for them and Johnson, they all they're little guards, so they got to match up with each other.
Dawn, in the last week, how have you seen the girls respond in practice to try to clean up some of the things that you wanted to see cleaned up after the Benedict exhibition?
I'm committed. I mean, this team is committed to wanting to do things the right way. And, I mean, we challenged them. We've challenged them all week long, all last week, all over the weekend, and they responded well. I do think we have a game plan in place that will help us win a basketball game on the road, against a really good basketball team. So we'll see. I'm excited to see how we fare against NC State in that type of environment. Hopefully, it won't take us long to adjust to playing in front of a big crowd, and hopefully to take them a little while to adjust, because there's an adjustment when you sell out a place and you're on your home court. You have to perform, and the crowd will help you do that.
Is there a way to, especially the younger girls, teaching them what it's like to
Women.
be in that environment? Or is it just-
Women.
Yeah, right, women. I mean, do you just tell them about it, or is it kind of a situation where once you get in there, they just have to fill the game out?
Yeah. I mean, we told them about playing in front of our crowd. I don't think there's anybody in the country that has a bigger crowd than us. And you talk about making that transition from friends and family in high school for some of the young ones to just at least 12,000 people. Different environment at NC State. I actually played in that when I played in the ACC. So smaller, quaint. They're on top of you. So it'll be different. It'll be fun. And you got to play it, no matter how the nerves are going. And quite a few of our players probably nervous. All of them will probably be nervous. But once we get grooving, it's going to be the team that gets into their habits a lot quicker, and hopefully that's us.
I was about to ask, Don, what do you remember about playing in Reynolds, the old cramped style?
Yeah, I mean, it's different now. They put a lot of money into it, so the seating is right on top of you. Hot. I know it's going to be hot. And we had a triple overtime. We won a triple overtime there, which was pretty cool. So a lot of great memories. It'd be good to get back there.
Dawn, so many names are thrown around, but one you rarely hear about on your team is Victoria, and she brings so much experience, so much play. How huge is she, both on and off the court, in a top 5 matchup like this?
Yeah, she's one of our captains, along with Leah Boston, and she's just that. A lot, the intangibles are what she's really great at. Flying under the radar is what she's great at, and she doesn't mind playing that role for us. Somebody's got to play it. She's the best one to do that. All the while, being efficient, all the while getting offensive rebounds and block shots, and just keeping our team together. And it's something to say about a player like that. They're just one that sacrifices for the greater good of the team. But basketball usually has a way of repaying those type of players.
Anything else for Coach?
What'd you get from Texas Roadhouse today? You got any
What I
leftovers?
get? I got corn,
On the cob?
sweet potato, no, and mushrooms. Yeah, I think I got some fish tonight though, so that's what I get.
Good protein.
Thank y'all.